You got something on here. Oh, episode 17, Cooking with Debi and Friends. Going live in 3, 2,
1. I don't have a knife.
Cooking with Debi and Friends.
Do you know the song?
Cooking with Debi and Friends.
If you do, please sing along.
We'll make some good food, talk about marriage and parenting too. Self-care and budgeting and some recipes for life, yeah. Cooking with Debi and Friends.
Hello, friends. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Cooking with Debi and Friends, episode 17. We'll give you a couple minutes to go get a glass of lemonade, an iced tea, a cold
water.
beer, water. Oh, hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Whatever is the drink of your choice. If you want to get a notebook, because I think this episode you're going to want to take some notes. Cooking with Debi is a half-hour show, and it's a cooking show and a chat show, and it's filmed right here in our kitchen with my husband, sous chef, producer, director, tech guy. You're also the house band.
Ukulele, yeah, band, right? Travieso.
And my taste tester.
That's right. So every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. we stream live to all sorts of platforms. And for a while there, I was saying we make easy meals and we're going to serve it up with whatever. But what I've realized is I've severely underestimated the work that my wife does in the kitchen. So I take that back. She makes it look super easy. But guys, some of this stuff, it does take some more, a lot of work actually. And as you can see, she puts a lot of work into this. And so we're very happy to do this, share what she does so you guys can see what I've been enjoying all these years, 26 years. We've already got some people coming in.
We
Tom.
do. Hi, Tom.
Tom Goss.
Hi, and your dad is here. And Teresa Rohr. Teresa, I wanted to tell you, hi, Monica.
Hey, Monica.
Hi, Debbie. I'm waiting for, hey,
Happy
Mark
Tuesday,
Villanueva,
Martin.
happy Tuesday. Teresa, I wanted to wait until Loretta was coming on. I'm sure she's going to come on. But today's show is dedicated to Loretta Rohr. She is so cute. She tries my recipes. She sends me pictures. She tells me if she gets into a snafu. She's sent over some foods she'd like me to try. So today's episode is all dedicated to Loretta. Because she's so enthusiastic about the show, and truly it makes me so happy.
Yeah, thank you. So many of you are, by the way.
Absolutely.
We're blown away at how many people are contacting us after the show and commenting on the videos that are live on the platforms after. We love doing this for you guys. So
yeah, and tell them about Vegas.
Oh my God. Okay, so last week, hey Loretta, she said thank you so much, and hi Kristen. Kristen's here.
Loretta, you're going to be able to do all of this. You're going to be able to do all of it, Loretta. So easy, it just looks hard.
I snapped some photos of this so you can get let me just show them what we've got over here too. Look at this. Would you guys look at the setup that she's done on this? It's crazy.
Now look, you're gonna, Loretta, when you do this yourself, you're not gonna have to set it all up with the different cups and everything. You're gonna be able to just, slice and dice as you go. But you can do this, Loretta. This is Sunday night dinner on a Wednesday. Right. So Travis is gonna tell you about Vegas while I go ahead and
So,
take care of
Fox 5 Las Vegas loves Debbie. They love her. And they have her on every time she goes out and plays Brad Garrett's club at the MGM Grand. And so they saw the show online and reached out to Debbie to interview us and to come into our kitchen. And we went live last Friday morning where we were able to talk. Debbie was talking about what we're doing here, and they showed live video and everything, so it's super exciting. If you go to our YouTube page, let me just put that up, at Mommy Comic, or just go to youtube.com/Mommy Comic, you can see that video, it's like the featured video there, and it's in its entirety. Also, they ran a little clip after where they spun the wheel for a charity, and they said it was in honor of Debbie being on the show. So that was very cool.
So Vegas, I miss you. I know we have some people watching from Vegas, and I really miss you. Last week, we had a dessert that almost caused us to get a divorce. And at the end of it all, and like Travis wouldn't tape it all. He wanted to tape it.
Well, I thought it would be cool to see the layers build. Like, I'm just trying to make something cool for me to look at.
Yeah, but that meant that we were up till, I don't know,
1:30 a.m.
It keeps getting later and later every time
we talk about it. It was 2:30, but I'm being generous.
So we're going to show that video right now because it took forever to make, and so he's going to show it.
So you can actually talk over and tell them what you're doing.
So all this is right now is Jell-O gelatin, and it's a small box of a color, a flavor. This happens to be grape, and you make it with a little bit of Knox Jell-O, unflavored Jell-O, and I can get you the recipe. Then the next layer is Jell-O condensed milk with the unflavored gelatin. Yeah. And so all it is really two recipes, one for the colored Jell-O, one for the creamy layer. And you just keep layering until you get to the top. Now, we made all the Jell-O ahead of time so that we didn't have to wait for everything to cool down. And there you go, that creamy layer right there.
And then the last layer.
See how it got a little gelatinous? Yeah. Because it took us a long time to make this. So maybe do 3 colors in advance and then take a break. But
but each layer the first layer took like 40 minutes to set, and then the next layer was like 25, 15 was the shortest amount of time. So there was like
it's crazy.
It took a long time.
We were kicking off Pride Week, and
it was amazing. It tastes good.
It was wonderful. And our friends Fabian and Scott said, "Man, you guys are better gays than us."
Oh my God.
But we celebrate Pride Week, and at this time we want to be able to celebrate any victory that we can. So, since last week was a crazy dessert and took a lot of time, this week I opted for a simple dessert. I went to Sprouts, and Sprout had beautiful strawberries on sale, 4 for $5. But you really got to use strawberries because they don't stay for long in your refrigerator. Wash them before you use them. Don't wash them and put them away. Trav, I'm going to this camera over here.
Oh, okay. Boom.
So all I did was cut up my strawberries. Very, very simple. And I'm going to get a little bit of fresh squeezed lemon juice. And so all this is lemon juice from our friends Blanca and Lauren from their tree. So I'm just putting a little bit of fresh lemon juice on there. Now, you can put sugar, but because I'm diabetic, I found a sugar that really works for me, a sugar substitute. It's called monk.
Hold it up to that camera. Let's show them what it is.
It's called monk fruit. And monk fruit sugar acts like sugar, behaves like sugar, bakes like sugar, dissolves like sugar. And the really cool thing is it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Because, like sweet and low, you're like, oh my gosh, it's, 32-to-1 or something like that. The ratio is 1-to-1. So as much sugar as you would use with the monk fruit. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle.
Hey, Tamara, Mon, Jell-O video was so cool. Thank you. It almost ruined my marriage. I did that for you guys. And then our daughter. Hey, Pilar.
Hi, Peely. Do you want to come over for dinner? We have plenty.
I miss you, cutie.
So this is going to just sit in the refrigerator and macerate.
Macerate? Macerate? Is that a real word?
Yes, I believe so. Am I saying it right?
Marinate?
Ask Martin. Martin, am I saying it right?
Is she saying it, Martin? I don't believe that's a real word. It might be. I don't cook. What do I know? What the hell do I know?
Martin knows because he's a real chef and I'm a home chef. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just sprinkling some monk fruit on top of the strawberries with lemon juice. We're going to pop these back in the fridge because it needs to stay there for about a minimum of 15 minutes. And you just can serve this all by itself. And the reason we're doing it all by itself because we're making a big dinner. Hang in with me, Loretta. We're going to get you, girl. We can help you. It's going to be, it looks really hard, but it's not. It's pretty easy. So, Is there an aftertaste with the monk fruit? Monica wants to know. No aftertaste. But if you're going to use monk fruit, start with a little bit at a time to make sure that it works with your digestive system. So that, because sometimes, let's be honest here, when you use an artificial sugar, it can really play with your body. And so I'm sure a lot of you found that out eating more than your share of something with artificial sweetener. So try a little bit at a time. And that's always our thing too. Go a little bit and add as you go. Little bit and add as you go. Martin, I need to get my daughter to watch because my granddaughter was just diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Oh, Martin Villanueva. The baby? The granddaughter? Wow.
So we do a lot of stuff. I don't typically go with the diabetic diet, although a lot of times I do because it tastes amazing. But Debbie does keep that in mind when she cooks a lot.
And Martin, you're a chef, so you can help them figure out. It really is a lot of fresh vegetables, and summer is a great time to do that. And you just have to watch certain fruits. Certain fruits can kick you up high, and certain flowers. But here in this house, we do try to keep that in mind when we're doing these dishes. And sometimes you'll see Travis eat something and I won't, and that's because I'm taking a step back.
Yes, like that strawberry pie that the Costas has brought me this past weekend, which was amazing. Thank you.
Okay. If you're here and you're watching, share the videos. We would love for you to share the videos. That helps us, get a bigger following. And
also, can I just say, please go to our YouTube and hit subscribe. That way you'll get notifications of when we post new stuff on there. We really appreciate if you do that.
Shall we start cooking?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So yesterday I got my tri-tip and I marinated it overnight. I do know I'm using that word right. Love your hair and outfit. Hey, Mary.
Right? I love her hair like that.
Mary, Suzanne, like one of our biggest fans over at Brad Garrett Comedy Club, she gave me this beautiful apron. Isn't it pretty? Mary, I miss you. And my hair is wild because nobody's getting their hair cut. So
I like it wild like that.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah. So do you want to show the video from yesterday?
Sure. So this is what we did with a tri-tip. Now this tri-tip was in my freezer, and I took it out of the freezer and let it thaw in the refrigerator. Don't thaw things out like your parents did when you were little, where they just left it on the sink. That is a horrible way to defrost anything. So let it defrost safely in your fridge. So we did that. I did that.
Let's switch to the video from yesterday. Here we go.
Okay, so the roast is in the oven, but here's what you didn't see. This is what I'm doing on Monday, the day before I cook this beautiful tri-tip. I have a very nice piece of tri-tip here. It's been in my freezer for a little bit. I wrapped it up safe and sound, and it is a beautiful tri-tip. It has a nice piece of fat in the back. I'm gonna leave that on because we're gonna cook this tri-tip, or actually, we're cooking it now in the oven. So let me show you what I did to this tri-tip before it actually went into the oven. We're gonna dry marinate it with half a teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. We're going to talk about kosher salt too. 1.5 teaspoons of garlic salt. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Get that in there. And 1 tablespoon of seasoning salt. Any kind of seasoning salt that you use. I happen to be using a Lowry's. So I'm going to mix this. I'm going to mix this dry rub up. There you go. I'm going to put it on my, I also dried my tri-tip. So before I put the seasoning on this, I dried my tri-tip with a paper towel. For those of you that watch Julia, you'll know that trick when she made her beef bourguignon, whatever she made. But anytime you're going to coat something with seasoning, you're going to want to dry it, pat it dry with a white paper towel. Sorry, getting excited. So all that is on there. There you go. This is really coated with the kosher salt, the garlic powder, the seasoned salt, the pepper, a little bit of sugar. There There's some recipes out there that have brown sugar and a lot of it, but we can't do that because, you know, I have to watch my sugar, so I have to make sure that anything being used in my recipes aren't loaded with sugar. Okay, so we've got that all there. Now I'm gonna get a bag. I'm gonna stick this in here, right into my bag like this, and then I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of good olive oil. And you can use dried if you have dried. We happen to have some parsley from the last meal we cooked when we made vegetarian pasta, so I have some of that fresh parsley left. So a little bit of the chopped parsley. And I'm gonna give that some good love and massage. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now, this should stay in your fridge, ideally 8 hours to overnight. If all you have is an hour, hour and a half, that's fine too. But to really get in there, you want about 8 hours. That's why I'm doing this now, so that when I put it in the oven tomorrow, it'll be all nice and marinated. Okay, so see how I have that there in my bag? I'm gonna put this in a pan in case it leaks or spills out. Tomorrow I'll probably flip it around, you know, and then I flip it around again so that it's really well coated. So, ooh, I wish I had a button to jump into the future so I can see how good this is gonna taste. Or as my husband says, ooh, I wish I had smell-o-vision. So this is our tri-tip with our dry rub. Put it in a bag with some olive oil and some chopped parsley. I'm gonna go let it live in the fridge overnight and we'll see you, wow, probably just on the other side of this video. I bet it turns out pretty good.
Can we try it one more time, but this time I want you to...
You're kidding.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I am kidding.
Shut up, Travis.
That was beautiful.
Dry rub sounds painful, Sandra Wallace said. He's so naughty.
Aye, aye, aye.
She did ask what the difference was between garlic powder and garlic salt. Exactly as it is. Garlic powder is a powder made from dehydrated garlic. Garlic salt is also made with that dehydrated garlic, but they also put in some salt and parsley. So that's the difference between garlic salt and garlic powder. She said I look gorgeous.
You do.
I am going to be making a heirloom salad. Loretta, you can do this. Girl, you can do this. I promise you, you can do this. I bought beautiful heirloom tomatoes, which are available during the summer, and I'm going to make the dressing. Right now, I've got shallots. I've got 2 tablespoons of shallots, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some vinegar. I've got a balsamic vinegar that I'm putting in there, and I've got a red wine vinegar. So that is going to soak into the shallots like that and just get them all. Everybody's going to play all nice in there. And meanwhile, I'm going to start layering my heirloom tomatoes. I've got really pretty colors. Can you see on this camera, Travis?
You can now. Look at that.
Okay.
Oh my God, those are gorgeous.
Aren't they pretty?
Yes, they are.
Tomatoes are really good for you, has so many wonderful things. And this is an impressive salad to serve, Loretta. This is going to be really impressive. You're going to impress your sister and your mom and your husband, and they're going to say, Loretta, you're the queen of the day there, Loretta. I'm going to keep going here. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you make mistakes, like we say at this house, right, Travis? Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? So I'm getting as many of these awesome tomatoes as I can. This one was really ripe. Store your tomatoes the way they store them in the market, which is usually at room temperature. If you have a real sunny kitchen like we do, you got to keep that sunlight off your tomatoes.
Yeah, and by the way, when I open those shades, it's because the sun just goes over the mountain, and then it starts to get dark, so there's like a drastic change. Just want to check with you. I was going to pull the buttermilk out. I'm doing mashed potatoes back here, so I'm actually going to show you guys what, baby?
I don't want to lose these ends.
What do you want me to do? Oh, okay.
I don't want to lose the ends.
Nobody wants you to lose the ends.
Nobody wants to lose their ends.
Okay.
There you go.
So I was going to pull that out, but you already had this ready for me. Is that right?
Yeah. So this is half a cup of buttermilk and a quarter cup of butter. You start with a little bit and see how you grow. You never want to put ice cold milk in hot potatoes because it will curdle. So you want to make sure that your butter and your buttermilk are warmed up in a pan. What I have in that pan, can we see?
Yeah, actually, let me go, just go like that.
Okay.
So I took it out, but we have the potatoes.
That's Yukon Gold potatoes, and and Sandra loves a good mashed potatoes. This is garlic mashed potatoes, Sandra. I know you love
the potato tacos.
We made potato tacos in your honor. That was a different kind of potato. This is Yukon Gold. I put 5 cloves of whole garlic. Just drop them in there, peel and all, because we're going to pull those out later. So I boiled those in chicken broth. Yummy. So the potatoes are all boiled. They're cubed and cut up, and they're boiled, and I set them aside. And Travis is warming up the milk and the buttermilk.
Not all of the milk.
Not all the buttermilk, because again, you want to. It's hard if you have mashed potatoes. You can always thin them out, but once you make them too thin, you're lost. Anybody have any questions, comments, anything? I want tri-tip and mashed potatoes.
Well, I'm getting.
When I come over and visit you after this quarantine, yes. And guys, is it just me or is everybody kind of forgetting that there's a quarantine? It's like, the sun came out, people went crazy, they lost their minds, they're out there at the beach in Vegas, and they're like, woohoo, what quarantine? There is still a quarantine. You are still safer at home. Please keep washing your hands and wipe down your steering wheel. I went grocery shopping today. Yeah, those of you that saw in episode 2, I made a hand washing kit. Wash my hands, wash my steering wheel. I tell my daughter, who works at a store, she's an essential worker, I go, don't forget, you need to take off all of your clothes as soon as you're done with your shift. And she said, well, the guy taking the carts had a problem with it. I'm like, could you wait till you get home? Wait till you get home and then strip.
That's so gross. I don't want to know that about my daughter. So I have the buttermilk and the butter all ready. Just
so drop in the mashed potatoes, the Yukon Golds.
I'm gonna do.
And you know what? Let's taste this. I am reading. Here, babe.
Yes.
I'm reading this awesome book, Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. It's the best book, best cookbook ever. And she says taste the whole time. And you know what's interesting is like on the Food Network, you don't see people tasting their food. We are home cooks. We need to taste as we go. Does it need more salt? Does it need more seasoning? Does it need more heat? What does it need?
So now I'm gonna mash these.
Yes. And by the way, guys, don't burn yourself. By the way, guys, I did put the tri-tip in a screaming hot oven. You take it out of the refrigerator, you let it just hang out on the counter for 30 minutes. You let that meat come up to room temperature. Don't be afraid of room temperature meat. Sandra, don't make a dirty joke. Don't be afraid of room temperature meat. So it stayed on the counter in its bag until I was ready to put it in the oven. Then I put it in a screaming hot oven, like 400 degrees, and it cooked for about 30 minutes. Now, we want it rare because we can always throw it on the grill to warm it up. You can always microwave it. You can always dip it in au jus. So in our house, we go medium rare because once you go well done, you can't really go back, but you can always cook a medium rare. Hi, Debbie and Travis. Love your apron. Thank you, Debbie Crawford. Hey, don't be telling my family secrets, Pilar said. Jack's so excited about the mashed potatoes, Suzanne said. We're going to have to do extra lunges for that one. If you want to reduce carbs, try mashed turnips or cauliflower. Really? I'm going to try that. Because that's the second person that tells us about
we'll
cauliflower.
We'll have to do Travis tries it. Because
Travis
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I don't know about it.
Emily says, I'm a southern-ish cook. I taste everything as I go. I'm usually too full to eat once it's done. I don't think I've ever been full in my whole life. Ever. Thanks, Emily. So I've got my heirloom tomatoes all ready to go. I am going to salt them with kosher salt. I'm sorry.
What do you got?
I've got fine sea salt. This is sea salt flakes.
Can I just make a note about that? Be careful, because I really salted some, what do you call those? Chilaquiles? Is that what you call them?
Chilaquiles?
What did I make for breakfast on Sunday? And I put way too much of the salt. This salt goes a long way. Or, my God, it was so good, though.
This salt does go a long way. And you know what? This is what I learned on the chew. You want to go nice and high. Nice and high so you can get good direction on your salt. So all I'm doing is I'm putting some fine sea salt flakes. And if you want to know more about salt, get that cookbook. Or if you have Netflix, just watch the documentary. It's a really great documentary. And Samin is just a beautiful spirit.
She is
such
adorable.
a great soul. And
she's got a great laugh.
She's fantastic. And
Rhea Myers.
Anna Maria
Kanemacher. We love you.
They
miss you, Rhea.
sell
cauliflower rice
at Trader Joe's. Our friend Mindy Peters also told us about cauliflower rice. But tell me the truth, Anna Maria. Does it taste like rice?
Riced?
Does it taste like rice? Cauliflower rice. Is that 0 points on Weight
Is that
Watchers?
like, so potato, you can make potatoes out of it?
I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
Let's see what happens.
That ricer, that thing that we use? That's how you were making.
I don't know.
We're gonna figure that out then.
But do let me know on that, Anna Maria. Let me know.
How do you want me to present the potatoes? And let me know when you want me to take the meat out.
What do I have going on here? My opinion is that you can substitute cauliflower for about half the potato for mash, etc., but never 100%. Oh, Rhea was very honest. She said, no, it is crumbly. So you can do a halfer. Oh, I like that. Half potato, half cauliflower. I like that. Thank you. So I put on the sea salt flakes there. Now I'm going to make my dressing for this. Now the dressing is really easy. Remember we had the shallots in here soaking up all that vinegar? So that's going to go in here.
Do you want to do it over there so they can see when you're putting it on?
I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Suzanne.
That's for your meat.
It's a big fork. This is a family show, Debbie.
What's going on here? So I've got in here my...
Hey, during the break, by the way, she said, we need to make this more fun. We're not having fun. I said, I'm having fun.
Can you stop it? Stop
I'm helping
it.
you.
This man, I'm trying to show this.
Oh, I thought you were trying to push that forward.
No, I'm trying to show this.
Okay, well, let's do this then. Let's do this. I'm going to put that down like
I think it's been a long quarantine.
Yeah.
Are you guys arguing with your significant others?
No one's arguing here.
Okay, mashed turnips are very good, Ryan says. Mashed turnips. So do I boil them first? I can research it. Okay, so I've got my shallots with the different vinegars I have in there. And then I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add a little more of this sea salt flakes. I'm going to add little teeny tiny chopped tomatoes. Little teeny tiny chopped tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes. So that goes in there. Loretta, don't be scared. Don't be scared. This is easy. This is just a lot of prep work, Loretta. That's all it is, a lot of prep work. So I've got my little cherry tomatoes in there. Now I've got some fresh basil. And by the way, when I went to go buy basil, it was cheaper to buy a basil plant for $2.99 than it was to just get fresh basil. So I've used it already for about 3 or 4 meals. And we're going to put in, what are you laughing at?
Sha la 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 la. That's
Like
Sandra
that.
Valls. Playroom karaoke. She's saying shallots, but I believe, and maybe I'm interpreting this wrong, that might be a Van Morrison tune. And now I need to request that song, so you have to sing that song. I'll sing it with you. I'll play my uke if you want to dial in.
So now I'm just dropping in 2 full cloves of garlic, just smashing it like that. You know that I talk about Chef Jose Andres from the World Kitchen, who is feeding so many people who don't have food. And his book is also amazing, We Fed an Island. He says you just drop your garlic in like that. Just drop it in with the wrapper and everything, the paper. So I'm just smashing this garlic. Just smash it with the palm of your hand. I'm going to use a knife. I don't have a lot of room to smash.
Don't cut yourself.
That looks like a salsa.
It's my job.
Now I'm going to... Now I'm going to put in a 1/4 cup of good olive oil.
I'm going to get a more close-up of that one here.
And this is a vinaigrette. I've got recipes from salt, fat, acid, heat for a lemon vinaigrette, a lime vinaigrette. And really, if you can afford one luxury cookbook, it's about $20. Get it. It's fantastic. And then for free, you can watch her on Netflix. And also for free, just put in your podcast when you look where you get your favorite podcast. And you'll see her in there for podcasting because she is just amazing. And she will make you feel like you can do anything.
I don't know what that means, Robert Klessner Gaga, but if you're taking requests, Sandra...
Oh, maybe, Sandra, yeah.
Maybe my friend RJ will be in your Playroom Karaoke, and you could.
Yeah, Rob, you got to go to Playroom Karaoke on Saturdays. I know that our friends Suzanne and Jack go there, but it's so much fun. It's just 4 hours of singing and fun and giveaways.
And oh my God, when they start singing, they are adorable.
Adorable.
I can't even stand it.
I love the overhead camera.
Connie is busy writing all these tips. She's going to make you this meal. Yes.
Yes.
Right on, Connie.
Connie, let me know if you want me to email you the. You know what? I'll put the recipe up for everybody. So this salad is ready to go. Travis, what's going on with the potatoes?
Potatoes are done, baby. I can plate them.
Potatoes are done. Okay, let's get.
I'm ready to eat those potatoes.
Okay. And then let's cut your beef.
What do you?
Let's cut your meat.
What do you want me to put the potatoes on?
We're just going to put it on a plate for now.
Okay.
But do you have a platter there for your... I have a plate for you, love.
Where, baby?
Right here.
That's mine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. For the potatoes?
Yep. We didn't get a napkin. I got beautiful napkins just for the show.
Son of a bitch.
Stop it. Come on.
Hey, I'm getting your napkin, lady.
Loretta, you still hanging in there with us, Loretta?
In front of all my friends.
She's so cute.
My 3 friends.
Your 3 friends. Yeah, RJ, go check out Playroom Karaoke. It's a lot of fun. You know, when this pandemic first started, there were a lot of my friends who are comedians, and we lost our jobs. We lost our jobs in nightclubs, in comedy clubs, on cruise ships, and we don't know when that's coming back. So there are a lot of people out there reinventing themselves. So please, please give them your time and your...
It's a live show, people.
Live show, film from home. Your apron is all my anaconda don't. Anaconda don't. Is that because my butt's big? I don't know. Okay, so is it a delivery of more lemons?
Yes.
We have the best neighbors in the world. Sandra, last week I said, hey, Sandra's... People left
all these lemons.
Look at that.
Oh my God, these are amazing.
Sandra's people left her tequila on her doorstep, and so some of my neighbors saw. And I have to be honest, my neighbors have delivered everything from avocados to limes, lemons, and our good friends Joe and BG Casas delivered us dinner the other night. It was so wonderful. Oh, Loretta, the highlight of your day. Come on, Loretta. This is just ground pepper. You can buy it right there at the store. Nothing real fancy. You don't have to buy, the little pepper balls and put them in a grinder. It comes just like this. I do have people leaving me stuff, Sandra. So I put a little bit of pepper on here. You can also do this with mozzarella. You can do a caprese salad and put mozzarella in there.
Oh, that tastes really good too.
Are we ready to... Emily Thomas, Playroom Karaoke is the best thing we found in this pandemic situation. Best thing ever. More joy than we can begin to explain. Absolutely. I mean, and that's what it's about, because we know that, we'll address the elephant in the room. The news is really bad. And my daughter, who is very, very smart, I wrote to her and said, God, I found myself just watching the news over and over, even when it starts to loop. And I get depressed and sad and angry. And she said, you don't need to keep those images in front of you if you know what to do and you know what to do is right. And she's absolutely correct in that. Get as much as you need to know and then move on with your day and make this world a better place. And we appreciate you welcoming us into our home.
It's just good, clean fun.
Yeah, because that's how this started, was me coming home from the grocery store going, this is just too much. I just the world has changed and it's just too much. And so Travis turned the camera on me so that I could talk to you and let you know we're going to get you through this. Even if it's just like half an hour out of your, an hour total if you watch both shows a week, just to, cook with us and have fun with us. Because I don't know about you, but I really miss going in other people's kitchens. So
yeah, and seeing people and hanging out with people. In the real world, we would have had Joe and BG in, and we would have eaten dinner with them. And it's just so weird to have a handoff and not be able to break bread with people. So that's what this show is for us. And we often do all this work to put it all together. You don't see all the extra stuff behind. But every time we do this, we say, wow, we get to do this. This is amazing fun. So,
all right.
What do you want me to do, baby?
Cut the meat.
You want me to bring it over here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is just some cherry tomatoes. Sandra said I'm a blessing. Girl, come on. You know you are too. It's what we do. Okay, so I'm just putting some cherry tomatoes on here for a little bit of, can we look at this camera here?
Yes, we can. Make sure it's in the camera sight there. Good. Down.
So I just put some cut up cherry tomatoes on the top for looks. Are you following me, Loretta? And now we're going to put this vinaigrette, this tomato vinaigrette. It almost looks like a salsa. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah.
Some big chunks of garlic in there.
There are, but we have a deal. If you eat garlic, I'll eat garlic. Is it different with your mask? I really don't have to wear a mask much because I stay home.
I smell coffee all day.
Please don't forget to keep wearing your mask. Please don't forget to keep washing your hands when you go out. I know that it feels like this is over and we're watching the news and there are a lot of people outside, but I hate to say it, but I think there could be another wave coming and we just have to be prepared. Okay.
Yeah, let's show them that one more time with that. Put that under that camera. Oh my God, baby, look at that. It does look amazing.
Loretta, don't be scared. This is so easy. That's slicing a few tomatoes, slicing some onions or some shallots, some vinegars, salt and pepper. And the reason that Samin likes to use the fine salt flakes is because of presentation. And you know what? I have fun with salt. I have purple salt, black lava salt.
You do something like this? Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I do, actually. I want to try that. I've never...
Go ahead.
Oh, check that out. It's like snowflakes.
Yeah. Does he not watch the show? Does he not listen to me?
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. It got all over the place.
All right. So there's our salad. And you're going to cut up...
So on this, or do you want me to do it on... I'll do it on this one.
Okay. Do you want me to bring it over?
No. I want to cut it right here in the show. Let them see this. We're going to just move this over here.
I can't believe Clifton brought lemons during the show.
Let me get a different knife. I like this knife.
She brought us lemons right to our show.
I know. I said, Clifton, we're doing a show. She goes, oh, I'll go watch.
Travis is so funny. My sister says, yeah, he's a riot.
Hey, that's my favorite sister. Is Tracy watching?
Your real sisters,
I love you, Tracy.
Your blood sisters might be watching.
Oh, okay.
Where do you need?
I'm just cutting on the grain.
Oh,
just cutting some.
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right. Let me do this because.
Where's our big fork? I had a big fork.
I'm gonna go like this, and then watch. We're gonna go in a little bit, like that, just to show some cutting action. Now I do normally just like to cut some thin slices. Oh, that's so good. And I'm only using my fingers. Fortunately, this is not real hot, but...
And do you see what I'm saying by make it rare? Because if you make it rare, he can throw this on the barbecue. Same thing with prime rib, If you go on the rare side, you can always throw it on the barbecue. You can...
Oh, God, that marinade you put on there. Try that. I'm sorry, I interrupted. You can put it on the barbecue. You can throw it in the microwave. Oh, she's doing the happy dance. Hey, Dad, don't you dare tell Tracy I said Monica.
Laura and I used to go out to eat, and when the waitress would bring our food, we would sing and dance and clap our hands. And then Travis would go, don't do that.
Don't do that.
So the waitress told us one time, well, he isn't here, so we just like, woohoo!
Christina, yes, it is very good, and that's amazing. Delivery to Kai happen. Oh, Kentucky. Oh my God, are you in Kentucky? Wow. We have a lot of good people here. So I'm cutting. I really shouldn't be cutting it this way. I normally cut the other
Tri-tip
side.
is an inexpensive piece of meat when you can find it, because it does require some love. So Loretta, get yourself a tri-tip. Look for a nice piece of fat on the back, and then marinate it overnight. And for those of you on Thursday, we're going to make a chicken that I'm going to marinate on Wednesday. If you'd like to cook along with me, you can get yourself a roasted chicken and some buttermilk and salt, and that's the only 3 ingredients we need for this amazing chicken.
I'm gonna whoops, good catch. She caught that knife. I'm just going to show them that again. It's a little rare. I like it really rare, actually. That tastes amazing. The marinade that she put on there is in the meat. You can really taste it in there. It's got a great crust on it.
Let's
you want
get
to
you
try some of the
I'm going to get you
potatoes?
some of the salad.
Oh, I'm so hungry too. I normally eat, especially on a show day, I'll eat really early because that way I've got a good appetite. I probably shouldn't do that because my mouth is watering right now. It looks so good.
Okay,
It tastes
there you go.
amazing. You want to show them this little?
Sure.
We just plated the whole thing.
See how pretty that is? It's so pretty, and people are so impressed.
Yeah, and
this
so
heirloom salad, like I said, you throw in some mozzarella cheese, now you have a caprese salad.
Now let me try these potatoes because I didn't.
They might need a little more salt. And again, under salt, under sugar, whatever you're doing, under milk, the liquid, under cook, because you can always do more of it, but it's really hard to go backwards.
Yeah, I'd like more salt on that one.
More salt on the...
On the potato, I can do that after. And by the way, if you saw me mashing up the potatoes with that masher, I don't like them real just mashed up. I like some of the skins in there still and some chunks in there.
I want to try this.
Tastes. Yeah, let's do that.
I always say that when we were on the chew, that we always ate from the same plate. We ate from the same forks. We double dipped. We were savages.
Yeah, so let's taste.
This is the heirloom salad.
Oils and
right?
That is pretty tasty.
It is good, right?
Yeah, and got some basil. Got those spices.
If you're a
in
Weight
there.
Watcher, all
really
you're
good.
looking for is that 1/4 cup of olive oil that you have to account for. But this will serve probably 4 people, 6 people, or 2 fatties like us.
I don't care. It takes a lot of groceries to feed the king. And let me tell you something. Sandra is asking, because Sandra is this is food porn for some people. Sandra is asking, how do the potatoes taste? They need a little bit of
They
salt,
need
Sandra.
salt, yeah.
But they're very delicious. They're just the right amount of...
And pepper?
Yes, please. Oh, I like a lot of pepper. Just the right amount of... When you put it in your mouth,
Because Sandra
it
likes...
just sits there.
Sandra likes...
She likes potatoes.
Potatoes, mashed potatoes. Sandra, this is a Yukon Gold. You can use red potatoes. You can use purple potatoes. You can use regular... Russets, I like to save for just bakers. There's a lot of pepper on there. You want a
so
little
for
salt?
me, if you put pepper on there and it's a lot, if you think it's just too much, it's probably just not enough.
There you go, a little salt.
A little salt. Now let's give this a try. Now, Sandra, normally when I go out to do sushi or when I'm eating something really good, I just have to turn away from the camera because I get my O face on there.
You have it on your mustache. Poor baby.
That was good. Oh my God, that's good.
And remember that dessert we made last week to celebrate Pride Month? Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Buttery, buttermilk.
So I'm just going to put a couple pieces in here. This is that fresh strawberries. Just cut up beautiful strawberries with lemon juice and monk fruit.
Man, which do I do? Which do I do?
You taste like sugar?
What'd you put in there? Lemon juice?
Lemon juice. You're not
Yep.
a fan. You're not a fan.
I don't like it.
I do like a tart fruit.
Woo! I like rhubarb too, like raw rhubarb. That's.
I don't know if it's a Latin thing that we like our fruit with like salt and bitterness and tahini. I like it.
Okay. So, love you too, Dad.
That's a colorful, beautiful meal. And after everybody has a lot of this, they're like, oh, I couldn't eat another bite. That's when you take out your strawberries, Loretta. And I went to Vaughn's.
What is she doing back there?
I went to Vaughn's and I went ahead and went to the day old and I got the these buns. I mean, they were just made yesterday. They'd probably sit on your counter another 2 days anyway. For $2. So these are really good, and we'll probably serve these with. We'd probably make sandwiches out of
So
this.
I'll slice that real thin.
Put a peppercini on there.
Or some pepper jack cheese.
I bought pepper jack cheese.
I saw it in there.
Okay. All right, so that's what's for dinner tonight. We had tri-tip that we made in the oven. You can always put it right into the I'm sorry, we just lost everybody. Did we lose everybody?
No, it's just a screensaver.
So tri-tip roast that you can go all the way up to how I made it and either put it in a screaming hot oven or you can cook it outside on your barbecue. The heirloom tomatoes you can make with beefsteak tomatoes. You don't have to be all fancy like I did. And that's just tomatoes and a couple kinds of vinegar, some shallots, and good olive oil, and some basil, and garlicky mashed potatoes. Yukon Gold. They're kind of a buttery, yummy, And then get your buns ready for the next day. So there you go. That's what's for dinner tonight. It's a big Sunday meal. Remember, you don't have to cook like this all the time. We don't. There are days that we have scrambled eggs and tortilla. My sister said that to me the other day. Why don't you just make scrambled eggs and tortillas? I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds fantastic. There are days we have cereal. There are days we have peanut butter and jelly. Nobody's judging here. This just gives you some ideas of what you can do if you're inspired to cook. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. We appreciate it. Remember, COVID is still out there. Please be careful. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your eyes. Wash your hands. Wash down your steering wheel. Sterilize your doorknobs. And be careful. We'll get through this. We'll get through this together with some cooking and some karaoke and some fun. All right? Bye, everybody. Cooking with Debi and Friends. Cooking with Debi and Friends.